For one team, it's been a while. For the other, it's been every year recently. The Watchung Hills baseball team, which has won 5 Somerset County titles over the years, hasn't been back in a decade. Of course, there's a little asterisk there. It's only been 7 tournaments since there were 2 years with none due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But they're playing some of their best baseball since then, and as the 2 seed are more than legitimate contenders for this year's championship. On the other side, Ridge has made the last 4 tournament finals since COVID, winning in 2022 and also made the finals here at TD Bank Park in 2018. They're also a legit contender to win it all and may have a little more experience on their side too. No one on this team who's been here their entire career has missed a county final. But only one can make it to Wednesday. We'll find out who over the next couple of hours. It's a scorcher on a Monday afternoon in mid-May for the first of 2 in a Somerset County Tournament doubleheader from TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. 2nd seed Watchung Hills and 3rd seed Ridge on Central Jersey Sports Radio. And it's coming up next.
This is high school baseball on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit into center field. Coming on the center fielder. Can't make the catch. It falls past Conline, and coming home to score is Diaz, the only run that matters. Immaculata wins it.
Swinging a ball that's smacked to deep center field. Comline is back on the warning track. He tries to catch it, but he misses the play. Coming around third is Williams, headed for the plate. The throw's not in time, and Hillsborough walks it off. TJ Westlake makes Hillsborough a winner in comeback fashion.
Ray would be the potential go-ahead run. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped right back to Otten. Knocks it down. Throws on to first, gets the out, and that will end it. And Ryan Otten throws a complete game no-hitter. 1-0. Immaculata wins it, and they're in the Somerset County Tournament Final. Popped up in the infield. That should do it. Under it, the third baseman Williams makes the catch, and that's it. Hillsborough streams out onto the field. They are the Central Jersey Group 4 champions. For the first time in 13 years, the lefty will deal against the righty Ganny. In there, called strike 3, and the game is over, and there's Immaculata celebrating out onto the field. First championship since 2019, their 15th Somerset County title. The Spartans are champs yet again.
Now, Somerset County Tournament Baseball on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Live from TD Bank Park in Bridgewater, New Jersey, it's Somerset County Baseball on Central Jersey Sports Radio this afternoon. The Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. Game 1 of our doubleheader has the 2nd-seeded Watchung Hills Warriors taking on the 3rd-seeded Ridge Red Devils. High school baseball on Central Jersey Sports Radio, brought to you in part by Bellamy & Son Paving, proud sponsor of the High School Baseball Top 10. Jan Promotions, official outfitter of Central Jersey Sports Radio. Ball Stars, custom sports balls made in the USA. And by Sportsplex at Metuchen, your local indoor sports facility for an immersive sporting experience. Starting pitchers for today's game for Watchung Hills, Robbie Centamore, he's 5-0. An ERA of 1.33. Lucas Liston goes for Ridge. He's 2-3 and an ERA of 5.71. Hi, everybody. Mike Pavlichko alongside Alec Crouthamel, and good to be with you here today. It is a scorcher. It is it is a very warm day. It is not it's not your typical mid-May day. We've got 89 degrees right now in TD Bank Park. The real feel from AccuWeather, 106.
Wow.
Luckily, most of the dugouts are going to be in the shade here, if not now, but in a little bit. But we got some great baseball today. 4 Skyland Conference Delaware Division teams here in the semifinals and fighting for a chance to get to Wednesday's championship game here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's pretty telling how difficult and how rugged that division is, really year in and year out. This year, no exception. These teams have kind of been beaten up on all of each other, to be completely honest, the way that all these teams have kind of played one another. So no matter who comes away victorious in these semifinals, I think no matter what the matchup will be on Wednesday, it's going to be a great one.
And in the second game, Bridgewater Raritan and defending champion Immaculata, the Spartans, a top seed. Bridgewater, the 5 seed. They beat 4 seed Rutgers Prep. Game Alec saw and covered last week. Tell you what, Bridgewater Raritan, they had not won more than 2 games in a row all year. They've won 4 coming into the final, and Kevin Cuss knows it's a well-coached team They've certainly got talent. It's a brutal division. They just happen to take more losses than anybody else, but everybody belongs here. We're going to hear from our two head coaches for Game 1. Game 2 is coming up at 4, by the way. But we'll hear from our two head coaches, Joseph Tremarco from second-seed Watchung Hills and Tom Blackwell from the third-seeded Ridge Red Devils. I talked to Joe, Alec talked to Tom, and you're going to hear that. Coming up next, Somerset County Tournament Semifinals live at cjsportsradio.com and on our YouTube channel. If you're just listening, go and check out the video. It's free. We'll come back with both head coaches after this.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen, they're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Mike Pavlichko and Alec Crouthamel back with you at TD Bank Park in Bridgewater as we get set for the opener of our Somerset County Tournament semifinal doubleheader, second-seed Watchung Hills and third-seed Ridge. Time now to hear from our two head coaches. We start with the Hustlin Warriors and head coach Joseph Tremarco, whose team is looking to get back to the finals for the first time since 2016, and they're having one of their best seasons in years.
Yeah, I mean, we knew going in we had 4 or 5 seniors that are 4-year starters, so they've been a part of it. But I'm really excited about this year because they're performing and they're doing everything they need to do.
Was there a point that you looked at this season that you thought maybe had something special here or anything like that? Was there any point, or is it just, hey, this has just been how they've played and we've gone through it and done it?
Yeah, I mean, every year you have a plan and you hope they stick to the plan. These guys have stuck to the plan. So, we're never too high, never too low, but we're playing good baseball, So I'm excited to see tomorrow. We got a good opponent, and I hope we play our game.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about first a guy who's going to get the start is Robbie Centamore, and we know what he can do and what he has done. And, this is a kind of situation where in the finals 2 days later, you can't worry about who you're going to throw there. You got to get there. So tell me a little bit about Robbie and him getting a big spot here in the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie's our guy. Like, there's no secret. We're the best team when Robbie's on the mound. So, I'm really confident that we're going to give them a game. I know we've seen both of their starting pitchers, so it's the Skyland Conference. Like, there's no easy game. So we're gonna battle, but they haven't seen Robbie yet, so I'm excited to see what we do.
Well, you've seen Ridge. You've seen them twice. Both losses. One close but a high-scoring game, 12-10. The other 13-3. I guess maybe describe Ridge and what they do and maybe why they were successful in those two games.
Well, they have a great lineup, 1 through 9 offensively. I'm excited for our guys to see what they have pitching-wise, but they haven't seen Robbie yet, so that's going to be exciting.
That could be the little X factor here. I remember, back when we did the Bridgewater game earlier this season, I think one of the things you said is, hey, we're gonna throw the kitchen sink at him. Very close came the one we saw down to the wire. You guys were able to get a run when they tried to pick a guy off second, and he went to third, and the throw goes, and you guys took advantage of some miscues. But I imagine, is that kind of the MO for you guys, is throw everything out there? Let's see what they can handle.
Yeah, I mean, our concentration is doing the little things well. So as long as we do the little things well with Robbie on the mound, I'm pretty confident that it's going to be a good game.
Meanwhile, Ridge is looking for its 6th straight trip to the finals. They haven't missed since 2018 before COVID. Alec Crouthamel talked with head coach Tom Blackwell, who says his team is in really good shape right now.
We're feeling good. We're finally starting to get healthy again, and guys are excited to play. Anytime there's a tournament game, they get fired up, and it's a great venue to play at, so we're ready to go.
And you guys back in this Somerset County Tournament Semifinals, and you got here after a quarterfinal win, 7-0 over Hillsborough. Really strong outing on both sides, hitting and pitching as well. What'd you like about what your team was able to do in that quarterfinal game?
The tone was really set by Dimitri Romer on the mound. He came out, throwing hard, throwing strikes, mixing pitches, and it just seemed like every time that we were out in the field, he got us back into hit in a hurry, and that allowed us to get into a good rhythm. We played great defense behind them, and then we got a couple of guys on base and had some huge hits with 2 outs to score some runs. That's a pretty good recipe for a win, as far as I'm concerned.
You guys have been able to throw out a lot of different pitchers to a lot of success. How has the pitching really kind of helped bring you guys along throughout the season?
We knew coming in that our strength as far as pitching goes was in our depth, and the guys have really taken to it, and they all kind of have their roles, and then when they go in there, they do what they need to do for us. So it's been something a little bit different for us. In the past we've had kind of that guy or those 2 guys that we can really ride, but this year it's been more by committee, and it's been kind of fun.
And as a coach, how do you have to kind of adjust your approach with that difference, knowing that you have a lot more arms that you can go to, but maybe not the, top end peak 1 or 2 guys in the rotation?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, you don't really just, in the past, there's been guys we just hand the ball to and, kind of forget about anybody else. And, like I said, they each have kind of different strengths that we go to in different situations, depending on who we're playing and what the score is and all that. So, there's a little bit of gamesmanship involved in it. And like I said, it's been a fun year kind of manipulating that whole thing.
And on the offensive side, you guys have put up a lot of runs in a lot of different games. You did the same against Hillsborough, 5 runs in the first 2 innings. What have you seen from this offense, and how far do you think they can continue to go?
Kind of similar to what I was just talking about, our pitching staff. Our strength in our offense is in its depth. We can hit 1 through 9. There aren't any easy outs in there. Certainly we're led by Karen Callahan and Jake Dolan, but around them we've got guys that can make it happen as well. So we have the ability to put up some big innings, and that's what we've been doing all year. It's resulted in 14 wins so far.
And it's been kind of, I guess you could say, a tale of a couple of seasons so far for you guys. Within this 2026 season, guys got off to a really, really hot start. Only 1 loss in your first 11 or 12 games. Then you guys lost about 5 straight. Then you've kind of regained some of your spots here, gotten a few wins strung together. What do you think has been the key to kind of bouncing back after a losing streak and getting back to where you guys expect to be?
Number one, obviously, it was getting healthy. I mean, we were down several guys in our lineup. There were big pieces. Casey Kasurka, Jake Dolan was hurt for a while there. And, so number one, it was getting healthy too. And we knew it's kind of nice when you're going through something like that. And health is one of the reasons. That's going to change. And so that has for us now. But then it's just ultimately a belief in ourselves and what we do. And, we've had a lot of success. Our guys expect to have success. So even when we were going through that tough time, they just had a lot of faith in themselves and in each other. And just kept competing and battling through it. And, hopefully we're out the other side of it now, and we'll be better for it.
And when you deal with some of those health issues, you have guys out, some guys have to step up. How important is it to get some of those guys experience where, they may not be, ahead of one of your starting guys who's hurt, but they're getting that experience that could prepare them down the line?
It's huge. We have a senior, Matt Petchinsky, who, he had a role for us, mostly running the bases, and he was a spot defensive player for us. And then when all this happened, his role increased, and, he's hitting over 400. You love when stories like that happen where people get an opportunity and step in and take full advantage of it. So, you need guys like that. You love to see guys like that. And now as we go forward and we get people healthy, we're a lot deeper for it.
All right, looking ahead to this Monday afternoon game at TD Bank Ballpark, the 2-3 game in the Somerset County Tournament against Watchung Hills. I guess first off, you guys swept Watchung Hills in the 2 games that you played them, put up 12 and 13 runs in those 2 games. I know it was a month ago, so a a long time. Two teams are very different now. Are there any lessons you can take away from those two wins to help apply them to this game?
I don't know. Like you said, it was a month ago. We all change quite a bit in a month as we go through a season. We certainly, know that we can beat them, but it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a battle. Ultimately we just have to make the right plays at the right time in order to come out on top.
And to kind of go off that, what do you think is going to be the X factor for you guys to come away victorious and move on to the tournament final?
I think it's just going to be, our pitching staff needs to do what they do and minimize their opportunities. And then on the offensive side, I don't really expect to have a ton of guys on base all day long. So when we do, we've got to get the big hit and score some runs when we can.
Ridge head coach Tom Blackwell. Before that, Watchung Hills head coach Joseph Tremarco. Alec and I are back with the starting lineups and first pitch after this on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're looking for branded merchandise, look no further than Jan Promotions. For over 40 years, they've been serving all of New Jersey with thousands of items to suit your needs and your budget. They've got everything from tech items like flash drives to bags, mugs, glasses, and sports bottles. From a 50-cent keychain to a glistening $500 custom award, make Jan Promotions your only source for all your ad specialty needs. They can help your small business or big corporation. Free setup and shipping on a wide range of products. Visit janpromotions.com or call 201-641-2803. That's 201-641-2803 or online at janpromotions.com.
Mike Pavlichko and Alec Crouthamel back with you at TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. A bright sunny day, barely a cloud in the sky. The heat index is over 100. It's 93 right now here in Bridgewater. But, hey, we're in the shade. Most of the players are unless they're out on the field, and it'll be a good game. I mean, what are we complaining about, right? It's going to be 58 Friday for the GMC Invitational. We'll be whining and
Is it
complaining
really?
then. That's what maybe 63 now it's up to, but still 30 degrees less and 40 more in the heat index than it is today. That is the kind of season it's been, kind of up and down. And, all right, well, we're just about set for Ridge and Watchung Hills. Ridge, the 3rd seed. Watchung Hills, the 2nd seed. And you know what's amazing? You look at this. Ridge has been to the finals 5 straight years. They were there in 2019, right before COVID. They lost in extra innings to Immaculata 6-5 and 12. There was no tournament in 2020. There was no season. In 2021, the Somerset County coaches felt like the season was too short for them to really get in enough games and get in a tournament, so they didn't play one. But Ridge made the last 4 since then. They beat Rutgers Prep in 2022 and then lost to Rutgers Prep in 23, in 24 to Bridgewater, and last year to Immaculata. So trying to get to their 6th straight and win their 8th. Watchung Hills won 5. We'll take a break for the anthem. Back after this on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Are you looking for a sports award for your team or one of your players? Forget about trophies and go to Ball Stars. Custom sports balls for football, basketball, and more. And they're on Oprah's favorite customized gift list. Printed right here in the USA to catch all your memories. They're a perfect personalized gift for a coach, team, or a player, and they're the official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. They do all our postseason awards for basketball, baseball, and football. And the Bellamy & Son Paving Players of the Week. Everyone is wowed when they see them. And they're also great as wedding gifts, table centerpieces, or party favors. Ball Stars creates a custom proof with your art, logo, or text. You approve and it's shipped in 2 business days or less from Kansas. Ball Stars, official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. Go to cjsportsradio.com, click the ad, and get your very own custom sports award from Ball Stars. When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on cjsportsradio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Mike Pavlichko, Alec Crouthamel back with you at TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. The head coaches are exchanging the lineup cards at home plate. Of course, Well, we have the lineup, so we're going to give those to you just momentarily as soon as the teams take the field. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just listening to us on the audio stream, be aware you can actually catch us also on YouTube today. That's right. You can watch the whole thing there, and it's free. And it will have our audio commentary on it as well. Only thing we don't have is a score bug, but neither of us, we want to pay attention to the game. I don't want to put down that Phil Rizzuto WW wasn't watching.
There are score bugs available online. It's just we would need either one of us or a third person, ideally, to keep track of it. But that sounds like a lot of work for the two of us.
We don't have the money. But if you want to sponsor high school baseball or any sport on Central Jersey Sports Radio, please reach out. You can DM us on Twitter or you can email me at mike@cjsportsradio.com. Especially if we mispronounce your kid's name. Please do let us know. DM us. We'll want to get that in. By the way, a happy birthday to Brady Simo today for Watchung Hills, celebrating his birthday today. They were asking Kenny Gregg, the Immaculata basketball, football PA announcer who's doing the PA here today at TD Bank Park, to give a little mention of that perhaps when he comes up. Pristine condition for the field here at TD Bank Park. Boy, the Yankees, when they made this their affiliate, really did a lot of improvements here to the ballpark. Padded wall out in the outfield, padding around the rails behind home plate and all of that. And they did returf the field, I believe, for the first time since the park opened in 1999. I was here opening day, working. It was a lot of fun. I think we had Christine Whitman threw out the first pitch. It was a pretty big night, a big moment. This ballpark has been great for the community. A lot of high school teams have their games here. Watchung Hills has taken the field. They'll be in the home white with brown letters and numbers and gold trim. Hills across the front of the jersey. Ridge in the road green jerseys, dark green, with numbers on the front and back. And white caps. Let's get you the starting lineup. For the third seed, Ridge will bat first as the lower seed and the visiting team in your scorebook. The shortstop, Kieran Callanan, leads off, followed by the second baseman, Lucas Grob, the center fielder, Jake Dolan, and then the catcher, Casey Kosterka, in the cleanup spot. Sawyer Paul at first base, hitting in the 5 spot, followed by the DH, Aiden Kerrigan. He hits for the pitcher, Lucas Liston. 7, 8, and 9, the third baseman, Dimitri Romer, the right fielder, Toby Nicholson, and the left fielder, Matt Pipsky. Meanwhile, for the defensive alignment for Watchung Hills, first to third in the infield, Max Payne, Landon Pudlak, Stephanie Geronimo, and Brady Simo. The outfield from left to right, Brody Griffith, James Esposito, and Bennett Dieleman. The catcher, Jacob Jakonski, and on the mound, it'll be Robbie Centamore. He's got a record of 5-0, a 1.33 earned run average, 41 strikeouts, 11 walks in 26 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed just 5 earned runs all season long. About set to go, the Watchung Hills infield having one last meeting on the mound, a couple of chest bumps, and they head out to their positions as Kieran Callanan gets set to lead it off for the Ridge Red Devils, hitting .421, 16 runs batted in, and a team leading 15 stolen bases along with Jake Dolan, the 3-hitter. First pitch will be at 1:05 p.m. That's a reasonable start time, I think. Not too much wind. It's a little bit across the diamond from right to left. And the first pitch to Callanan is high and tight and just missed hitting him for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Just underway, Somerset County Tournament Semifinal number 1. It's the second seed Watchung Hills and the third seed Ridge. Game 2 coming up at 4 o'clock is the top seed defending champion Immaculata. 15 titles, Somerset County Tournament record to their credit. 8 more than Ridge, the number 2 team, which has 7. And the pitch back is a strike to Callanan, 1 ball and 1 strike. 317 down the line to right, 315 to left, 315 to right, 402 to dead center. 1-1 in the strike zone for a called strike, 1 and 2 right down the middle. Well, that's interesting music in between pitches. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside with a breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Alec was saying earlier, these teams have beaten each other up in the Skyland, Delaware, and all 4 teams from that division. Check swing on the outside corner, just missed. Appeal down to first, did not swing. So the count now full on Kieran Callanan. And to wit, Immaculata and Watchung Hills split, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, a few weeks ago. Yeah, it was the day of the seeding meeting, the first game.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kieran Callanan on a 3-2 pitch. He's down on strikes, first out. And we'll bring up Lucas Grob, the second baseman. And then Watchung Hills lost twice to Ridge. Now, the second game between Watchung Hills and Immaculata was after the seeding meeting. So as of that time, you had the second place team. You had the second place team beating the first place team once. The third place team lost them twice. So it was interesting as the first pitch to Grob is high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. We thought maybe with a 10-0 win on the day of the seeding meeting that Watchung Hills might have had a shot, but it went to Immaculata. The 1-0 is foul tipped back to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that was a game that I covered up at Watchung Hills. 10-0 in 5 innings. They made a very strong impression.
Grob hitting 270, 6 runs batted in. It's a Watchung Hills team, and we saw them earlier in the year against Bridgewater steal a win. They had first and second tie game bottom 7 and a pickoff move to second base. That wasn't the errant play, but the runner on second took off for third, and then the throw to third went over the third baseman and down the hill towards the fence, and that was the end of that. Watchung Hills came out with a 1-run walk-off win with a steal of home plate, basically. A steal of third and then home on the error. Fastball on a 1-2, swing and a miss by Grob. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Interested to see how quickly the pitchers work today, too. In this heat, you don't want to overdo it too early. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's up high, 2-2. I mean, this is the, now not complaining, but this is the hottest day that we've had of the year with a real feel over 100.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both these guys really kind of maintain their...
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lucas Grob down on strike, second strikeout for Centamore. 2 up, 2 down. Jake Dolan to the plate.
Yeah, how both these teams maintain their energy on both sides. It takes a lot out of you to go up there 3 times a game and hit, as well as staying out there on the mound and pitching. So it looks like Centamore's got his fastball working early so far. He's really been able to get a lot of whiffs with it. So seems like he's in a good spot to open this game.
Dolan hitting .429, 26 ribbies, and he takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1, leads the team in both of those categories, as well as walks with 17 and stolen bases, along with Callanan with 15. Swing and a miss, a fastball. 0-2, and he's got 5 home runs. Ridge has hit 11. Watchung Hills has hit 8. And you can put one out here. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and knuckled foul down the third base line. Simo comes over to field it in foul territory, but it's a foul ball, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, Centamore's really been able to elevate that fastball so far and get guys to swing at it. That's the big thing. When you can elevate that fastball and get swings at it, it can almost be unhittable.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch up high. 1-2 now to Jake Dolan. Nobody on and 2 out here in the top half of the first inning for Ridge. Kaserka stands in the on-deck circle. Ridge in the first base dugout, though they're the lower-seeded team. Fly ball on a 1-2 left field. Can of corn for Brody Griffith. Couple of steps left and right, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. A 1-2-3, top of the first for Robbie Centamore on the mound for Watchung Hills. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. No runs, hits, errors. Nobody left. Played a half inning. And we go to the bottom half of the first. Ridge, nothing, and Watchung Hills coming to bat on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're looking for branded merchandise, look no further than Jan Promotions. For over 40 years, they've been serving all of New Jersey with thousands of items to suit your needs and your budget. They've got everything from tech items like flash drives to bags, mugs, glasses, and sports bottles. From a 50-cent keychain to a glistening $500 custom award, make Jan Promotions your only source for all your ad specialty needs. They can help your small business or big corporation. Free setup and shipping on a wide range of products. Visit janpromotions.com or call 201 201-641-2803. That's 201-641-2803. Or online at janpromotions.com.
Mike Pavlichko, Alec Crouthamel back at TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. First of two Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. Coming up at 4, top seed defending champion Immaculata and the 5th seed Bridgewater Raritan. But here, as we head to the bottom of the first, no score, number 3 seed Ridge and number 2 seed Watchung Hills. For the Hustlin Warriors, to lead it off will be the catcher Jacob Jakonski, followed by the shortstop Steph DiGeronimo, and the pitcher Robbie Centamore will hit for himself, and he is not a DH for himself. He will hit for himself. First baseman Max Payne in the cleanup spot, then the second baseman Landon Pudlak, the left fielder Brody Griffith. In the 7 spot, the DH Lucas Ricci for the right fielder Bennett Dieleman. 8 and 9, Brady Simo, the third baseman, the center fielder James Esposito. Defensive alignment for Ridge at first to third, Sawyer Paul, Lucas Grob, Kieran Callanan, and Dimitri Romer. Outfield left to right, Matt Pipsky, Jake Dolan, Toby Nicholson. The catcher Casey Kaserka. For Lucas Liston on the mound, record of 2-3, ERA of 5.71. He's thrown the most innings on the staff at 34 and a third with 680 pitches. He has walked 32 and struck out 30, so not an overpowering pitcher. Probably want to cut down on the walks. He's hit 8 batters on the year. He's given up 28 earned runs and 30 overall on the season. Smash Mouth. Always enjoy the musical selections. They've freshened it up a little bit in the last year, couple of years.
I was talking with Ridge head coach Tom Blackwell yesterday for our pregame interview, which you heard, and he talked a lot about how they have, they may not have the high level, go-to 1-2 pitchers.
Gaten Stieglitz.
Exactly. Yeah. But they have a lot of different guys that they can go to, as they have some versatility in this rotation. So it's definitely a bit of an interesting difference in approach for how you can kind of use different guys in different situations.
The Ridge Red Devils beat Franklin, 10 seed, in the quarterfinals, 9-5. They had a bye to the quarterfinals. Watchung Hills beat the 6 seed Hillsborough, 7-0. Jakonski stands in to lead it off for Watchung Hills. Lefty golf swing, and he fouls it to his dugout, but there's a net in front, so everybody's okay. No balls and 1 strike. Jakonski hitting .477, the team's top hitter. 11 runs batted in, a team leading 22 singles and 9 doubles, and he pops one up into shallow left center field. Coming in, Pipsky under it, glasses on, makes the catch. 2 pitches and 1 away. And it'll bring up the shortstop, Steph DiGeronimo.
It was funny, the game that I covered, the one that we were talking about earlier, the Immaculata game, Jakonski got hit 3 times. His first 3 plate appearances, he reached first via the hit by pitch, and then he walked his 4th time up, so he didn't, he was able to get on first without, some of the bruises.
And now to the plate, Steph DiGeronimo, the shortstop. First pitch to him, just misses for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Hitting .269, 9 runs batted in. 4 different players have hit home runs for Watchung Hills. Robbie Centamore with 3, Chris Dorsey and Max Payne with 2, and Brady Simo, the sophomore, has 1. Next pitch swung on and fouled back. Would have been in the main press box had the windows not been shut because they've got the AC on.
Didn't we get a ball up here last year?
We did, yeah. I think in the semis, Dylan Allen grabbed it.
The dent is
Or did
still,
you get it in the back?
I forget.
No, the dent is still there. Yeah,
the dent is still on the door.
They don't charge us for that, do they? 1-1. And that one's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Steph DiGeronimo. Like, we didn't have to put a security deposit down on the booth, did we?
Thankfully, no.
No. It wasn't our fault. It was a foul ball. I mean, we didn't catch it, but no error on the play. 1-2, ground ball over to first, backhanded by Sawyer Paul, and then trying to get to first, not in time. Lucas Liston loses the foot race to the bag with the speedy Steph DiGeronimo. Really burning down the line. 11 stolen bases on the year, second on the team to Landon Pudlak. So Steph DiGeronimo beats out an infield hit. First base run of the game for either team, and Robbie Centamore coming to the plate. Right-handed hitter, and today's starting pitcher for Watchung Hills. Hitting .338, 18 runs batted in, second on the team. And we mentioned a team best 3 home runs. First pitch to him. Breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. It is quite the day, though, here. And I'll tell you what, in the shade it's not too bad because it's not that summer humid heat. A little more of a dry heat today. No balls, 1 strike on Centamore. Runner on first, swung on and sliced into right field for a base hit. Nicholson will field. DiGeronimo will hold at second. And Centamore on with a single. So an infield hit and an outfield single for Centamore. 2 on, first and second. 1 out for the first baseman, Max Payne.
Yeah, early chance here with 1 out to put some guys on. And it looks like we'll get a courtesy runner for Centamore pitching. Looks like that will be number 25. Don't see number 25 on the roster.
Well,
right.
let's go over here, and Vaughn Griffith will be the courtesy runner.
But yeah, chance here to do some damage, and Payne is one of those power hitters at the left side of the batter's box who can really do some damage if he can put it in play.
Vaughn does not have any offensive stats for Watchung Hills. And first pitch, swing and a miss by Max Payne. No balls and 1 strike. Boy, I tell you, when you are sitting up higher, it's so much easier to see the whole field and all the movement of outfielders and base runners as a play goes on. No balls, 1 strike. And a breaking ball misses low and away to Max Payne. 1-1 to the lefty. So DiGeronimo on second and Vaughn Griffith on first. A courtesy runner for Robbie Centamore. Payne on the season hitting .300 and leads the team with 21 runs batted in. He's got 1 in scoring position. Check swing, let her high, and they'll say that he did go. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Both of these pitchers have their full allotment of 110 for today. Pitch back, swing and a foul tip, and they will do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 16 pitches thrown in the first inning by Robbie Centamore.
And if you remember Payne, when we called that Bridgewater Raritan game, he was the one that broke the metal bat, which we didn't think was possible, and he managed to do it.
Guess he's got a new one, or he's borrowing one of his friends. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we got a photo of that. They stuck it in the fence during the rest of the game to look at it. 1-2, bunched over to the right side. Grob fields, throws to short for 1, on to first, double play, and that will end the inning. A 4-6-3 double play, and that ends the bottom half of the first. So with 1 out, Watchung Hills got 2 on via an infield hit for DiGeronimo and a single to right by Centamore. But Payne grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 1 inning, and we've got no score. 2nd seed Watchung Hills, 3rd seed Ridge in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're looking for branded merchandise, look no further than Jan Promotions. For over 40 years, they've been serving all of New Jersey with thousands of items to suit your needs and your budget. They've got everything from tech items like flash drives to bags, mugs, glasses, and sports bottles. From a 50-cent keychain to a glistening $500 custom award, make Jan Promotions your only source for all your ad specialty needs. They can help your small business or big corporation. Free setup and shipping on a wide range of products. Visit janpromotions.com or call 201-641-2803. That's 201-641-2803 or online at janpromotions.com.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen. They're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Mike Pavlichko, Alec Crouthamel back with you. TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. You can watch it live on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and then search up Central Jersey Sports Radio. You'll find it under the Live tab Both games will be streamed live, including the championship game on Wednesday. That one's a 6 o'clock start. And coming up at 4, we'll have the top seed defending champ Immaculata and the 5 seed Bridgewater. No scores. We head to the top half of the second inning. And for Ridge, it'll be the middle of the lineup. Caserca, Paul, and Kerrigan, 4, 5, and 6. Don't forget, we'll have post-game reaction later on cjsportsradio.com, presented by Sportsplex at Metuchen, along with our game recaps. Casey Caserca to lead it off, hitting .328, 22 runs batted in, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. They've only got 1 hit up on the board for Watchung Hills, but I don't think that was an error. The 1-0 pitch misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, unless he dropped it, but I don't think that he did. He just lost the foot race.
Yeah, it didn't look like a drop or anything like that. DiGeronimo just outran into the bag.
If they gave him an error, they're wrong. Sliced foul, 2 balls and 1 strike. Although I don't know that whoever is doing the board is official scorer. Now, they don't put errors up typically here during the high school games. 2 balls, 1 strike. Inside and tight, 3-1. I think they just don't like to put the errors up. But that should be a hit. 3-1 pitch is inside, ball 4. He walked him. So Casey Caserca is the first Ridge base runner of the game. This is his 13th walk of the season. He does not have any stolen bases on the year. Ridge has stolen 55, Watchung Hills 68. And we're going to get a courtesy runner as well over on first base for Ridge. That's going to be Colin Newcomb. And he does not have any offensive stats either for Ridge. So a couple of guys at some bigger schools just doing the base path thing today. As Sawyer Paul, the first baseman, stands in, and he slices the first pitch high but foul down the first base line and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. "13 pitches in the first inning for Lucas Liston for Ridge. 0-1 on Sawyer Paul. A toss over to first, and it gets away. It goes to the wall, but it comes right back to the first baseman. Throw to second, though, is not in time and dropped by Landon Pudlak. And it was a tough play, too, for Max Payne because the way he was throwing it had the runner right in his line. That ball bounced back off the base of the wall at first base, not the padding or maybe even the camera well, but it came almost right back to Payne, who had already turned around to go get it. So now on a pickoff attempt, Newcomb is on second base. The pitch squared a bunt, and was that fouled to the backstop? Yes, it was. It got away from the catcher. Wasn't sure if a bat got on it, but Paul did. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now on Sawyer. He's hitting .339, 11 RBIs. He's been hit 4 times this year, along with Kieran Callanan, most on the team. They get the Ice Bath Award. And we got time called by the pitcher, Robbie Centamore, or asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. No balls, 2 strikes. Newcomb, the courtesy runner for Caserca on second. Doing a little dancing around, swung on and chopped over to third. Fielding on a low hop is Simo. Throws across the diamond and it goes wide, but holding at third on the play is Colin Newcomb, as it only skittered about 10 feet away up the first base line, and everybody had a good eye on it. So Newcomb has to hold at third. Now, he'd have been dead at home with a good throw. So Paul safe on first, and that will be an error. That's an E5. And it will bring up Aiden Kerrigan, the DH. Kerrigan hitting .299, 16 runs batted in, and a team best 8 doubles. First pitch is up high, 1 ball and no strikes. He's the DH for Lucas Liston, the pitcher. So it's runners at the corners for Ridge, threatening here in the second after going down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. 1-0. Check swing, a high fastball, appeal to first, no go, 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out in the inning, and runners at the corners. And in high school, you always have to watch that double steal and the decoy from the runner on first. And sometimes you get the pitcher or middle infielder to cut the throw off, then come home. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball to Kerrigan. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Ridge with their 2 base runners without the benefit of a hit in this inning. Pitch misses upstairs. It's 3-1. And now Centamore is a ball away from loading the bases with nobody out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, Ridge has kind of stopped taking at that elevated fastball. It's gone a little bit too high, and Ridge is starting to just kind of look at it.
It'll be a 3-1 now to Kerrigan, and time is called, and Centamore was already in the middle of the windup and threw the pitch, but it won't count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Centamore looking in. And now the pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Now the count is full. This is a huge out if Centamore can get it.
Yeah, definitely, because it removes the, it would make it a double play. It would have to end the inning. It would be able to end the inning. And
outfield is in. A called strike 3 on Kerrigan. And 1 down now, a huge out for Robbie Centamore. Now, as you said, a double play certainly could end the inning here. Will Ridge try and run them out of it and try and get Sawyer Paul up to second base? We'll see what they do as Dimitri Romer comes to the plate now. Romer hitting .224, 10 runs batted in. He's only got 1 extra base hit, a double. Paul breaks, doesn't go. Swung on and popped up. This into right field. Dealeman coming over. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. Nobody could get to it, and a run will score. Colin Newcomb comes in from third, and that's going to be an RBI single. First hit of the game for the Ridge Red Devils, and they have a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the second.
yeah, that pitch was just a little bit high, so wasn't able to get the full power on it, but that actually worked to Romer's advantage because it was just kind of able to dunk down in right center field in front of Esposito and Dealeman. And, you know, taking at that, again, the high fastball, just kind of went at it and got it to drop down and scored a run.
So Paul just goes up 1 base to second. Romer on first. Here's Toby Nicholson. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Foul out of play into the stands behind home plate. No balls, 1 strike on Nicholson. And they play the little sound effect of a car alarm going off.
At least we hope it's a sound effect.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, low and away. 0-2 now on Nicholson, who is 197 hitter on the year, but 16 runs batted in. 7 players with 10 or more RBIs for Ridge. The 0-2. Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the fact that, you know, one of your bottom hitters is able to contribute so much in terms of getting guys on and bringing them in, that shows that your depth has a ton of lineup to it, because not only are you able to get opportunities because there's guys on, but you're coming through.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Time is called again, and Robbie Centamore threw another one. Sometimes time is called too late.
Well, that's twice now in the last couple of batters. It's been mid-windup.
And we saw it once over at East Brunswick the other day, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. And that one misses low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, a home plate umpire doesn't have to grant time. You can ask for it, but he can say no. He thinks the pitcher is too far into the windup. 2-2 count. The pitch to Nicholson. In the dirt, but a good block by Jakonski getting out of the crouch. And now it's 3-2 with runners on first and second and still just 1 out in the inning. A huge strikeout of Aiden Kerrigan for Robbie Centamore, but then a bloop single to right brought in the first run. 3-2, first and second. The pitch to Nicholson. Down the middle, called strike 3. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the game for Centamore. The run, by the way, will be an earned run, as it was Kaserka who reached on a walk, and Newcomb is courtesy runner who scored. If Sawyer Paul were to score, it'd be an unearned run. He reached on an error. And anybody from now this point, because that would have been the third out, that strikeout. Now here's Matt Pipsky in the first pitch. Breaking ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He's the left fielder. And hitting .370 on the year, third best among the regulars. Just 3 runs batted in, though. 1-0 Ridge, bottom 2. First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball, 1-1.
Yeah, for Ridge, I wonder if they're going to adjust maybe their approach at certain points when it comes to the 2-strike, because both of those strikeouts came on 3-2 counts, and Centamore just pumped his fastball down the middle, so I wonder if they're going to, and it was just taken, so I wonder if they're going to adjust from there.
Here's a 1-1. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Now Centamore, a strike away from greatly limiting the potential damage, considering he had first and second and nobody out. Now the pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball, 2-2. He's got 4 strikeouts already. 4 of the 5 outs recorded by Centamore have been strikeouts. So he's getting up there in terms of that. 2-2 now on the way. Swung on and fouled off to our left. Off the facade and all the way back down to the first row. And a couple of youngsters down there will find the ball. Unfortunately, not being a Patriots game, they're going to be asked to give it back.
Yeah, unfortunately, the county's budget does not apply for extra baseballs.
Or the schools. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that ends the inning with 2 on. First and second, and nobody out. He got a strikeout of Kerrigan, Centamore did. Gave up the bloop single for the run, but struck out the side, getting Nicholson and Pipsky to end the inning here in the top of the second. So for Ridge, they get 1 run. There was only 1 hit. They had 1 walk, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We've played an inning and a half, and it's Ridge 1, Watchung Hills nothing on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're serious about the game of baseball, Baseball Warehouse is serious about you. For over 20 years, Baseball Warehouse in Highland Park is the place to go for great instruction. Led by former New Jersey college baseball coach and current Colorado Rockies scout Mike Garlotti, Baseball Warehouse features instructors who are also high school coaches. They're not a baseball factory, they're a baseball school. You'll learn the finer points of the fundamentals to improve your game. They have summer camps and spring, summer, and fall teams. Call them at 732-249-8884. That's 732-249-8884. Or visit them online at baseballwarehousenj.com. That's baseballwarehousenj.com.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen, they're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
And we head down to the bottom half of the second inning. Ridge with a 1-0 lead on Watchung Hills. It will be 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Warriors. Landon Pudlack, Brody Griffith, and Lucas Ricci. So Robbie Centamore with 5 Ks through the first 2 innings, but he trails 1-0. Gave up a leadoff walk, and then Sawyer Paul reached on an error. Colin Newcomb scored after a strikeout of Aiden Kerrigan when Dimitri Romer blooped one into right center field. But then Centamore got Toby Nicholson and Matt Pipsky to strike out. He struck out the side, got 2 Ks in the first inning. Landon Pudlack to lead it off for the Watchung Hills Warriors, hitting .344, 9 runs batted in. And the first pitch from Lucas Liston, who's not a big guy on the mound. First pitch swinging, popped up, coming towards us, and just missed the window to our right.
For the Warriors, the second baseman, number 2.
I should have brought the glove.
We've gotten 2 foul balls that have gone in to the opposite sides of us. I mean, the probability says that we'll probably get one at some point today.
No balls, 1 strike to Pudlack, and it swung on and grounded over to the right side. A soft roller, but Grob gets it, and Fields throws to first in time for the out, 1 away. That'll bring up Brody Griffith, the left fielder.
Once again, a reminder to please return all foul balls.
There you go, the foul balls. Griffith hitting .233, 5 runs batted in. He leads the team, though, with 11 walks. And here's the first pitch on the way. And that one misses for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Glad you're tuned in, whether you're listening at cjsportsradio.com or watching us on YouTube this afternoon. We'll have both games for you here on Central Jersey Sports Radio. The pitch, swing, and a pop-up foul. That one lands in the seats right in front of us. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, they're starting to inch closer towards us.
They're all around.
I guess we just have to hope that it doesn't, we don't get a rest in peace John Sterling where it gets us right in the forehead.
1-1 pitch. It swung on and popped up right side in the infield. Sawyer Paul in on the grass, under it, second baseman near him, and almost stole it from him. Paul made the catch, but he got to call that. If he didn't, maybe he did, and maybe Lucas Grob didn't hear him, but they were glove to glove on that one.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to catch it.
We saw a couple instances of that on Saturday at the GMCs.
A lot more wind though. That day.
Yeah. I think that was more of a byproduct of the wind than the communication. But there were still a couple instances where guys were kind of flying all over the place to try to get to a fly ball.
It's a light wind. Now it's Lucas Ricci, the DH, coming to the plate for Watchung Hills. He takes the first pitch outside corner of the right. He does. No balls and 1 strike. Ricci hitting .333. 8 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, in high and tight for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Liston comes back, swing and a miss. Changeup took a little something off the end of the bat. And so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ricci down on strikes. And a 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Liston. No runs, hits, errors. Nobody left. We played 2. 1-0. Ridge leads Watchung Hills in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on cjsportsradio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
We head to the top half of the third. It's second seed Watchung Hills trailing third seed Ridge 1-0 in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. Watchung Hills giving up a run in the top of the second on a bloop single by Dimitri Romer into right field, but that's the only hit of the game that Ridge has. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. Watchung Hills, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Ridge is left 2, Watchung Hills 1. And as we head to the top half of the third, here to call the play-by-play, well, it's the man seated to my right in this cozy, warm press. It's not too bad in here now.
Yeah, we got a fan running behind us, so it's
and without the sun,
we got some airflow in here. It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, here's Alec Crouthamel.
Mike, I thank you. Another tribute to the late and, of course, great John Sterling. Try to do every single game that we call here. So again, it'll be Watchung Hills in the field for the top of the third. Ridge, the 1-2-3 hitters, Callanan, Grob, and Dolan due up in the top of the third. And it's been a tale of a couple of seasons for the Red Devils within this 2026 campaign. They won 11 out of their first 12 games, then lost 5 straight, and they've kind of restabilized since then. Now with the 14-8 record. Lost 5 straight games, from the 21st of April to the 5th of May. Got swept by Immaculata, lost to Bridgewater, Raritan, Hillsborough, North Hunterdon in there. As first pitch is a high fastball to Callanan, taken for a ball. But then they've won 4 of their last 6. So they got back a game against Bridgewater Raritan. They beat Somerville. Then they lost 2 out-of-conference games. As here's the 1-0 from Centamore. Breaking ball swung on and missed. by Callan and evened up the count at 1 apiece. They lost to Seton Hall Prep 6-3, a really solid team up in West Orange. They lost to Mendham 7-4, but then they got back in the win column, taking down Hillsborough, the 6th seed, in the tournament quarterfinals. We get another swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Callan, and a 1-2 count, and Centamore ahead early on. And the Red Devils lead 1-0 here at TD Bank Ballpark. Here is the 1-2 from Centamore. Swing and a miss on a blow and away slider. And Callan is down swinging. That will bring up Lucas Grob, the second baseman, who struck out swinging as well in his first time up, him and Callan both. And again, it's been a tale of a couple seasons, and a lot of that's been due to health. A lot of their key guys have dealt with injuries here and there. You know, Kasurka dealing with some, Callan dealing with some. A lot of different guys have dealt with various injuries, so they had some guys in and out of the lineup as a fastball is taken inside for a strike. So, you know, it's been a battle for Ridge. They've really had to kind of shuffle around some of their lineups, some of their approaches. That one has swung on and slicing foul down the right side and out of play. And now it's no 2 count for Grob, and Centamore's gotten ahead early against both of these batters here in the third. So they've had to put in some guys that, you know, maybe hadn't had some of the same experience as a up-and-in fastballs taking 4-ball. But that experience has been invaluable for them. They've had guys ready, so now that if they need to be called upon again in a setting like this, a tournament, or with the state tournament coming up, they'll be ready. That one punched out towards the right side, giving chases the first baseman Payne. And he dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Max Payne with a sliding grab to record the second out in foul territory. That was a beauty. Payne was running out of room. He had to slide to go get it in the warning track in foul territory, and he made the catch to record the second out and retire Lucas Grobe. So that will bring up the center fielder Jake Dolan, the third batter in this lineup, and the third due up. He flied out to Griffith in left field to end the top of the first. Here is Centamore. High breaking ball is taken for a ball, as Dolan kind of had to duck out of the way of that one. So 1-0 count. Here is a pitch. Swing and a miss on a low and away breaking ball. And Centamore really starting to find that placement, going low and away, getting a lot of swings and misses on that slider here in this third inning. Still a 1-0 lead for the Red Devils. 1-1 fastball is high. Makes the count 2-1. So again, the Ridge it seems like they've gotten over the hump of dealing with a lot of those injuries. They've kind of found themselves again, and they're looking to get back to, like Mike was talking about earlier, their 6th straight Somerset County Tournament Championship. And that one is swung on and missed. Another low and away slider, well placed by Centamore. And Dolan just barely gets a piece of it for a foul tip, but it doesn't matter. It's still 2 strikes regardless. So after allowing a run in the second inning, Centamore looks much improved here in the third, looking to get out of it as he spikes that breaking ball in the dirt. Will even up the, or make the count full, I should say. 3-2 with 2 outs. And he has gotten ahead of batters, and that has been the biggest key so far in this third inning for him. Now 3-2 with 2 gone here. Dolan in the righty batter's box. Centamore on the mound. Takes a breath, then fires. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball outside, and that will do it for the top of the third inning. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no walks, no errors, no men left on. We're through 2.5 innings. Ridge leads Watchung Hills 1-0 in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals here on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on CJSportsRadio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen, they're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Alec Crouthamel back with you here on Central Jersey Sports Radio. Somerset County Tournament Semifinals here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, the home of the New York Yankees AA affiliate, the Somerset Patriots, the 2022 Eastern League champions. Been a really solid team ever since this park opened back in 1999, even dating back to their days in the Atlantic League as an independent team before moving into affiliated ball. As Ridge takes a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the third, where they will be on the pitching side now. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Watchung Hills Hustlin Warriors. Brady Simo, the third baseman, James Esposito, the center fielder, due up for their first plate appearances, and then Jacob Jakonski, the catcher, will be up for the second time in this third inning. So again, a 1-0 lead for Ridge. They got on the board in that top of the second. They were able to get a leadoff walk and an error to put 2 runners on with nobody out on Robbie Centamore, the tremendous Watchung Hills starting pitcher, and then Dimitri Romer blooped a single into shallow right center to score Casey Kazerka, or Colin Newcomb, I should say, the courtesy runner, to get the only run of the game so far. So Simo will step into the righty batter's box against Lucas Liston for the bottom of the third inning, as a low-and-away slider is taken for a ball. Simo ahead 1-0 on the count. Simo, one of those guys at the bottom of the order that's really trusted to kind of flip things over and keep the train moving. Here is the 1-0, another breaking ball. This one also outside, a little farther out, makes it a 2-0 count. Simo batting .308 on the year with 13 RBIs. That ranks third on the team behind Centamore and Jakonski. Centamore and second, Max Payne, excuse me. Third on the team, as another breaking ball is outside. That makes it a 3-0 count. So Simo 1 pitch away from getting on base here in the bottom of the third to lead it off. Here is the pitch. And that changeup inside, couldn't find the zone, and Brady Simo is on with a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the third, and that will bring it over to James Esposito. And for Simo, that was his 7th walk of the year. He is also third in that regard behind Brody Griffith and Jacob Jakonski. That will bring up James Esposito, the center fielder. Esposito batting .250 this year, only his 9th at-bat of the season. Out in center field as he tries to bunt, backpick over to first, and there's nobody there. Nobody covered first. It goes into right field, picked up by Nicholson. And Simo will advance to second. Bit of a defensive miscommunication there for Ridge as Paul was going down to cover for the bunt, moving into the grass. And Kazerka went to throw back to first as Simo had a big lead, but there was nobody there. So the throw skidded into right field, and all of a sudden there's a runner in scoring position as Simo walked into second base. So Esposito now with a 1-0 count after a ball on the bunt attempt that he pulled back. I tried again and corners are in. Breaking ball is punched up the middle through the left side of the infield, sending the runner Simo home. The throw is up and it is not in time and it's off. Going to second is Esposito. Slide, throw not in time either, and Watchung Hills ties this game up. An RBI single for James Esposito with a 9-hole in the lineup, and we are tied at 1. Simo advanced to second on the error. He comes around to score as Esposito just went the other way through the hole in the infield. And it looks like there's a discussion here as the Ridge infield was trying to argue that they got the tag on Esposito in time, but the officials do not agree. Tom Blackwell now coming out to discuss. It was definitely close on the throw to from home back to second. The throw from the outfield from Nicholson and Wright was off to the left side. It was an easy scoring play for Simo as he slid in head first. And the throw back to Grob at second was close, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a battle that Tom Blackwell will win, as he will head back to the Red Devils dugout. So 1-1 game here after a walk by Simo. Advances to second on the error from Kazerka catching, and then comes around to score on the single by Esposito, and then Esposito advances to second on the throw. So now the top of the order will come up. J.J. Jakonski, Jacob the catcher. He flew out to left to Pipsky in his first time up. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball outside, misses that corner, taken for a ball. And this top of the order is dangerous when you got DiGeronimo, Jakonski, Centamore, Payne. That's a lot of guys that can do damage, and that's not even counting the guys at the bottom who can keep this thing moving, as you're already seeing here in the third. Here's the 1-0. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Makes it a 2-0 count. Jakonski now ahead. Again, he leads the team, is second on the team in walks, tied with Centamore with 8 on the year. 1-1 ball game here in the Somerset County semifinals between the 2-seed Watchung Hills and the 3-seed Ridge. Here is the 2-0. That one swung on and punched foul over the Watchung Hills dugout and into the stands. So 2-1 count for Jakonski. Nobody out here in the top, bottom of the third inning, I should say. Nobody out. And the runner on second is James Esposito, the center fielder. As Liston looks back towards second, takes a breath, and deals. Breaking ball swung on, hit the other way. That one is down as the left fielder, Pivsky, slips. Rounding third and easily scoring is Esposito. Jakonski into second. He's rounding third. The ball's all the way at the wall. Throw back into the infield, and it is an RBI triple for Jacob Jakonski. He will score Esposito easily, and Watchung Hills takes a 2-1 lead in this Somerset County Tournament semifinal. It was punched the other way. Not really hard to hit at all for Jakonski, but it just landed in front of Pipsky. Kind of had to do a bit of a turn, and he slipped, and the ball went past him all the way to the wall, allowed Jakonski to get all the way to third base. So an RBI triple for Jakonski, and the Hustlin Warriors put 2 on the board in this bottom of the third to take a 2-1 lead. As we'll get a courtesy runner here for Jakonski, the catcher, and that will bring up Steph DiGeronimo.
What a wild play. That's one of those where when you look down for a second, you go, wait, how did the ball get by?
Yeah, it was hit the other way by Jakonski. It was kind of tailing away from the left fielder, Pipsky, and he slipped trying to turn to get back at it. So a runner on third, and still nobody out. Infield are all in for Steph DiGeronimo. Takes his first pitch, breaking ball, just barely outside. Makes it a 1-0 count. So 2 runs now for the Warriors, and still nobody out. The lineup card is flipped over. Now the second batter in the lineup, Steph DiGeronimo at the plate. Infield still in on the edge of the grass with the runner on third and nobody out. Here's the pitch from Liston. As that fastball just low of the zone, taken for another ball. It's 2-0. And the biggest thing for these Watchung Hills batters in this third inning, they've gotten ahead of the count, and now they're dictating the pace of the at-bat. So 2-0 count for DiGeronimo with runner on third. It's a courtesy runner for Jakonski. You haven't been able to find the number yet, but as soon as we see it, we will get that to you as that breaking ball just catches the outside part of the zone. Taken for a strike. It's a 2-1 count.
I believe it is not who I think it is. Never mind.
Still haven't been able to see the number quite yet. As we'll get a time here called by DiGeronimo.
Break out the binoculars.
Yeah, that's one thing up here. You don't see the numbers as clearly. So 2-1 count for Lucas Liston. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded to second. Taken in by Grubb, who looks off the runner at third and will just throw over to first base to record the first out of the inning.
It's Joe Peruna.
We've seen him in a couple of games as a runner. So he comes in as the courtesy runner for the catcher, Jakonski.
The pitcher, number 8. Robbie Centamore.
And now after the ground out, that'll bring up Robbie Centamore. Good job by Grubb and the Red Devils defense of just looking off the runner at third. Don't let him get a chance to go home and just record the easy out at first, and that's the first out of the inning. Centamore singled his last time up, and his first and only time up. With Peruna at third, the infielder remains in on the edge of the grass. First pitch fastball outside, taken for a ball. Now, you were closer than I was down taking some pictures out near the field for the first run when Esposito brought in Simo. Did you see what the debate was about at second base, or they were trying to argue that the runner was out?
I think whether he came off the bag and then got tagged then.
As here is a ball fouled straight back into the screen. Evens up the count at 1-1. Yeah, it was a bit of a lengthy discussion as Tom Blackwell came out trying to see what the call was. It was definitely a close throw. It looked like Esposito almost came off.
I
But he
think that
barely
was
stayed
the
on.
thought, that he came out, either he bounced up with his leg, and because you'd seen the second baseman Grubb with the tag, and he was kind of holding on him to make sure if he did come off the base that he would be out, but they did not call it.
1-1 count for Centamore, the pitcher on the mound, as well as one of this team's top hitters. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Catches the outside part of the zone for a strike.
And it was as tough to see from down there as it was up here, but just watching how the second baseman, Grubb, had kept his glove on him, that appeared to be it.
Here's the 1-2. That one swung on and chopped the other way. Dive and grab for Grubb. Dropped the ball and no chance for a play. So it'll be an infield single for Centamore, although the runner Peruna stays on third base. With the infield in, Grubb really had to get that quickly. It was a sharp grounder that came over right towards me. He had to make a sliding grab, but it bounced off his glove, but he did retain it before it could go any further back, so it'll only be Centamore and now the courtesy runner Vaughn Griffith on first. Now runners in the corners and one out for Max Payne. Still only one out. This has been a long third inning.
Yeah.
And the only out was that DiGeronimo ground out. Now that will bring up Max Payne. He grounded into a double play to end the first inning with 2 runners on. Looking to get a better result here with runners on the corners. Here is the first pitch. Breaking ball high and outside. Taken to make it a 1-0 count. And again, Payne, one of the better power hitters in this lineup, leads the team with 21 RBIs. Also has 6 extra base hits, including 2 home runs. So he stands in the lefty batter's box against the righty Liston from the stretch. Hard grounder. Grubb makes another sliding play. Throw over to first is in time. The run does score, but a productive second out for Max Payne. On the run, had to make a highly difficult throw. They weren't able to get Griffith at second. It was another ground ball, but they at least got 1 out even if the run scored. Peruna came around to extend the lead to 3-1 as the Hustlin Warriors have put up a 3 spot here in this bottom of the third. So that will bring up the second baseman, Landon Pudlak. He grounded out to Grubb at second. He's had to make a lot of plays so far today. It seems like every ball has gone over to him in these first couple of innings. As Pudlak stands in the righty batter's box and Liston will step off. Runner on second is Vaughn Griffith, who's running as a courtesy runner for Robbie Centamore, who is pitching. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. As a fastball is low and inside, taken for a ball. 1-0 count for Pudlak. Pudlak, .344 batting average on the year. Another guy who could just rack up hits. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, high chop grounder, taken on the run by Romer. Throw over to first, takes him off the bag, and it goes out towards the dugout. Run will score, and advancing to second is Pudlak. That'll make it a 4 spot for Watchung Hills. They take a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, a couple of miscues here and there. The slip out in left field by Pipsky, although that was a hit because he didn't even come close to it. And now we're going to get a mound visit here, and who knows if we'll get a pitching change or not. Don't forget, with the semis 2 days before the finals, now you got to get there, of course, but you can't burn everybody today. And so right now this just looks like a visit and not a change.
Yeah, it looks like he might just be trying to calm down some of his guys here. Again, this bottom half of the third inning has taken a long time. There's 4 runs already in, and now Pudlak at second, and 2 outs on the board. With Brody Griffith due up, I mean, this could be an even longer inning if Ridge can't get out of it.
Green onions here, little Booker T and the MGs. Loving it.
Yeah.
That is some good 60s stuff right there.
So the mound visit is broken up. The entire infield was in there as well, so they will all go back to their respective spots, and Pudlak will head back to second base. He advanced he reached on the error and then advanced to second on it as well. So again, anything after this will be an unearned run, as it would have been the third out of the inning. Brody Griffith here now up. He popped out to Paul at first in his first time up to lead off, or to record the second out of the second inning. Here's the first pitch, breaking ball, low and away, taken for a ball, 1-0 count. Again, a 4-1 ball game. Ridge got on the board with an RBI single in the top of the second, but now 4 runs here for the Warriors in this bottom of the third inning, and that breaking ball went in and hit Griffith. Liston's trying to argue that it got the nub of the bat, but it does not look like the home plate umpire will agree. So a hit by pitch for Brody Griffith. That'll put runners on first and second, still with 2 outs.
And they're batting around now here. 9th man to come to the plate for Hills in the third inning.
Yeah, if Ricci gets on and this inning is extended, that'll be the second at-bat of the inning for Brady Simo. So Ricci struck out swinging to end the second inning. His first time up will have a chance here with runners on first and second. Already 4 runs in the inning scored in this bottom of the third. As Liston takes a look back to Griffith at second. Runner goes, throw over. It's a double steal. Throw to second is not in time. Both runners swipe the bags. It looked like Kaserka was hesitating a little bit as Pudlak goes to third. And Griffith goes to second. It was a double steal, a bit of a delayed double steal as Pudlak went first to get the attention off of Griffith before he went. Now runners on second and third with 2 gone. Ricci still in the batter's box after taking the first pitch strike. That one swung on and hit in the air to center field. Roaming over is Dolan. Calls it, makes the catch. And that will do it here in the bottom of the third inning, but not before 4 runs are scored on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 walk, or a hit by pitch, or 2 walks and a hit by pitch, I should say, and 2 men left on. So we're through 3 innings. Watchung Hills takes a 4-1 lead. We'll be back after this in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Warren Bennett, president of the NJSFU State Federation of Umpires, the Mickey Sedlak chapter. Our goal is to develop and improve our members' knowledge, skills, professionalism, and confidence. We cover high school baseball and softball in the GMC and other surrounding counties. We also cover various rec, local youth leagues, USA softball, travel leagues, and men's leagues, including assigning and working the Last Dance tournament. We have college, high school, little league umpires on staff, and we are also proud to give back by umpiring events like the Autism Awareness Challenge, Little League Buddy Ball, and the Wounded Warrior Charity Foundation. To find out more or to become an umpire, visit njsfu.org. That's njsfu.org.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on CJSportsRadio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Alec Crouthamel, Mike Pavlichko back with you here on Central Jersey Sports Radio. TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey for the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. Watchung Hills scores 4 runs in the bottom of the third to take a 4-1 lead, where they forced Ridge starter Lucas Liston to throw 25 pitches after coming into that third inning with only 22 on the ledger. And Mike, what were they able to do to, really put a lot of pressure on the base pass and put up a 4 spot?
Well, I think you got Ridge a little bit on their heels for a minute there. Sometimes in those big innings, you just sort of lose the focus a little bit. You panic with a guy on, or you get a little aggressive on the base pass. I mean, think back to that Bridgewater-Raritan game. One of the notes we had from a quote that Joe Tremarco gave us was, "We're going to throw the kitchen sink at him." And that's what Watchung Hills does. And they're not the Hustlin Warriors for nothing.
Yeah, they were able to put a lot of pressure on the base pass. They had the double steal. They tried to go for the bunt, and that forced the error that advanced Simo to second when he scored to score that first run. So a lot of pressure on the base pass as the Hustlin Warriors now back out on the field. Ridge at the plate as the first pitch fastball from Robbie Centamore is outside to Casey Kaserka, the catcher, and the cleanup batter in this lineup. 4-5-6-2 up for the Red Devils as Kaserka will lead off. Sawyer Paul, the first baseman, on deck, and Aiden Kerrigan, the designated hitter, up next as another fastball is low. Makes it a 2-0 count to Kaserka. Caserca came around to score after reaching on a walk, advanced to second on a throwing error from Centamore on a pickoff attempt as that fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. And then it ran to third on a fielder's choice and scored on an RBI single from Dimitri Romer. As a slider is spiked in the dirt into the backstop, that'll make it a 3-1 count. So a 4-1 lead, but the heart of the order due up for the Red Devils in the top of the fourth inning. So these are the guys that you want due up to put some good at-bats together, the veterans that you want to try to get back into this game. As a check swing, did he go around, appeal to first base? No appeal, actually. As it was called a strike by the home plate umpire, that'll make it a 3-2 count. So full count now for Caserca against Centamore, as the Ridge catcher will call a timeout here before this full count pitch. Again, Caserca scored the first and only run for the Red Devils in this game in the second inning. Here is the payoff from Centamore. And that fastball inside, and Caserca got on his horse to go to first before the umpire could call the strike, and Centamore really wanted that one. So the second walk of the day for Caserca, he is on first. The second walk of the day for Centamore, and that will bring up the first baseman Sawyer Paul, who reached on an error in his first time up. Paul, the righty first baseman, stands in against Centamore. Caserca taking a small lead off first. Here's the first pitch. Fastball swung on high in the air and deepish to left center field. Going back is Brody Griffith. Takes a step back and makes the catch as Caserca will retreat to first base for the first out of the inning. And now that will bring up Eden Kerrigan, the designated hitter. He bats for Lucas Liston, the pitcher. He struck out looking against Centamore his first time up in the second inning, and that was a big first out for Centamore because there were 2 on and nobody out, and Centamore was able to get a big first out and kind of, limit the damage to the 1 run. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, and it got the home plate umpire right in the face mask because that went flying off. And he's going to take a second here to try to walk that one off. That was, I couldn't quite tell if it deflected off the glove of Jakonski or if Jakonski just kind of misjudged it and went right off the face mask. I couldn't quite tell if there was any ricochet. It looks like Tom Blackwell will come over to make sure he's all right.
It looks okay. It looks like he's checking the mask to see if the mask is okay.
Yeah. Shaking that one off as Joe Tremarco will also step out to make sure everything's all right. Yeah, that was direct. I think that was just direct contact because it went over the glove of Jakonski.
That's a tough one.
And it looks like all smiles. It looks like he's all right. He's still checking over the mask to make sure everything's okay. The coach is going back and the umpires to their respective sides. Joe Tremarco coming out to offer some water. And it is hot out there.
Oh, no doubt.
Especially if you're umpiring this game.
I was nice in here, and then I went down there. I said, man, I came up, and I'm all – and it's funny because from here it looks like to our right there's nobody here on the ridge side. They're all in like the last 3 or 4 rows of the stands.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the concourse in those first rows. Yeah.
By the way, GMC Invitational going on today. Piscataway and North Brunswick play at 4 in one semi. Denellen and Perth Amboy in the other semi is tomorrow at 6. We'll have the final for you, 2 o'clock Saturday at Edison High School. We'll have a live YouTube stream of that one as well.
It looks like the home plate umpire is okay. Gets a nice round of applause from the crowd and a shout out from the PA. And we're back to playing here on an 0-1 count for Aiden Kerrigan. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the zone and makes it no 2 count, and Centamore now ahead with 1 gone here in the top of the 4th. As Caserca keeps his lead off first base, small one, as he reached on the leadoff walk for the second time. 0-2 count for Centamore, and we'll get a timeout called by Kerrigan. Reset the gloves and the bat. Here is the pitch. High fastball, check swing, and he went around. Bit of a stunned look from Kerrigan, and that will be the second out of the inning, as it looks like there's a little bit of debate here.
Are they saying the count was not
Nah, he's
I
out.
I think they're forgetting maybe the first pitch.
Yeah. Well,
before the stoppage, because it was no ball in the count.
No. But I think they were trying to argue that that Kerrigan kept his swing back, but the home plate umpire disagrees, and now.
Of course, if it's a strike anyway.
Yeah. I don't think it was. I think it was high.
Right.
As Kerrigan checked at it, but went around too far. So that would be the second out of the inning, and now 2 gone for the third baseman, Dimitri Romer.
For the Red Devils, number 7, the third baseman, Dimitri Romer.
So 4-1 lead for Watchung Hills here in the top of the 4th inning. Romer had the RBI single that brought around Colin Newcomb. First pitch fastball is inside. Romer has to back out to avoid getting hit by that one, and it's a 1-0 count. Colin Newcomb came in as the courtesy runner and ended up coming around to score for Caserca. Caserca remains on first base. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball, catch the outside corner of the zone, and Centamore is really starting to locate that slider well, where it's just out of reach of where the hitter doesn't want to wave at it, but it's still in that bottom corner of the zone. So it's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. High fastball, and Romer has to duck out of the way once again, making it a 2-1 count. Romer on the year, .224 batting average, 11 RBIs now after that one in the second inning. And now he has a 2-1 count against Robbie Centamore. Another fastball, swing and a miss. Actually, that one looked like a changeup breaking ball. And that'll make it a 2-2 count. So 2-2 here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs. Runner on first base. Romer at the plate against Centamore. In the top of the 4th, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball. Got him to go around. So that will end the inning after the leadoff walk by Casey Caserca. No runs, no hits, the 1 walk, no errors, and 1 man left on. We're through 3.5 innings. Watchung Hills 4-1 lead in the Somerset County semifinals. We'll be back after this on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Are you looking for a sports award for your team or one of your players? Forget about trophies and go to Ball Stars. Custom sports balls for football, basketball, and more. And they're on Oprah's favorite customized gift list. Printed right here in the USA to catch all your memories. They're a perfect personalized gift for a coach, team, or a player, and they're the official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. They do all our postseason awards for basketball, baseball, and football. And the Bellamy & Son Paving Players of the Week. Everyone is wowed when they see them. And they're also great as wedding gifts, table centerpieces, or party favors. Ball Stars creates a custom proof with your art, logo, or text. You approve and it's shipped in 2 business days or less from Kansas. Ball Stars, official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. Go to cjsportsradio.com, click the ad, and get your very own custom sports award from Ball Stars.
Back here on Central Jersey Sports Radio, TD Bank Ballpark, the home of the Somerset Patriots. It's a 4-1 lead for second seed Watchung Hills as they will be up to bat here in this bottom of the 4th inning against the third-seeded Ridge Red Devils. Alec Crouthamel with Mike Pavlichko here, and 8-9-1, just like the third inning. It'll be 8-9-1 due up, and that's when they played 4 runs. What do they have to do to keep the pressure on the Red Devils?
Just keep throwing everything out there. You get guys on, be aggressive on the base pass. There's not much you can do when there's nobody on. And maybe you want to go after Liston Sue, who threw a lot of pitches in that third inning. And you can kind of sit back now a little bit. I don't want to say sit back, but you can let him throw some pitches rather than being down 1-0 in the third and try to be aggressive at the plate to get on base. You can be a little less aggressive, make him throw some pitches, and make Ridge go into the bullpen. But then again, if you can hit him on that first pitch, then why not? And really kind of try and bury them if you're Watchung Hills.
So it'll be Brady Simo, the third baseman, first up. Breaking ball is outside, taken for a ball. Simo reached on a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the third, and then reached second on an error on a back pick attempt that nobody was covering first, so went in the outfield and then came around to score on a single from James Esposito. 1-0 fastball taken down the middle for a strike. It makes count 1-1. Again, 4 runs scored, all 4 in that bottom of the third, and they were 1 batter shy of batting around. Sent 9 guys to the plate, got 4 hits out of it. Or 3 hits, I should say, and a walk and a hit by pitch as that breaking ball is outside as well. Makes it a 2-1 count. Also 2 errors by the Red Devils in the field. So 2-1 for Simo. Here's the pitch from Liston. That one swung on a breaking ball and nubbed the other way. Grob, the second baseman, throw on the run, over to first is in time, and Grob once again having a pretty impressive day there at second base. Has had to make a lot of plays, and he's come through almost every time. So that will bring up Esposito, the center fielder. Again, only his 10th at-bat of the season. He had 8 coming into today's game, had an RBI single in the 9th at-bat to score the first run and tie the game. So Esposito playing center field will step into the batter's box against Liston. As I'll call time real quick. Yeah, Grob has made, let's see, he had the double play. He made the initial grab on the double play on a 4-6-3. Had 3 other putouts, I believe, since then, as we get a first pitch. Foul ball goes over our heads and out of play. It bounces a couple rows in front of us after deflecting off of the club seats. So no one count.
All foul balls. No, you cannot keep that.
Nice when the PA guy talks directly to the kid in the stands who picked up the foul ball.
As the breaking ball is taken for a ball, 1-1 count for Esposito. As Liston takes a breath and fires. Off-speed pitch is down in the zone. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Here is the 2-1. Breaking ball tapped foul and down the third base side, just barely. Will get into the grass to the left of the foul line. And now a 2-2 count for Esposito. So Liston's done a better job of staying ahead in the count. He got behind, obviously, Simo with the walk on 4 pitches. And then it was a 1-0 single that Esposito took. So 1-2 count for Esposito. As Liston ready to go. Takes a breath. Gets into the windup. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. A swinging strikeout to record the second out of the bottom of the 4th for Esposito. And the lineup card will flip over to Jacob Jakonski, the catcher, to get some 2-out magic for the Hustlin Warriors.
Second strikeout of the game for Lucas Liston, who again doesn't strike out a lot and overpower. 30 strikeouts, 32 walks coming into the game. Now he's got 32 Ks and 33 walks.
So Jakonski settles into the lefty batter's box. He had that RBI triple that scored Esposito. First pitch fastball is outside. It was kind of a tailing shot down the left field, going out towards the left field line. And trying to get after it was Pipsky, and he just slipped, and it got all the way back to the wall. He goes to that same spot again, and this time it'll dunk down for another single. Pipsky gets to it this time. And a 2-out single for Jacob Jakonski, and again, he just went the other way with it. Pretty much that same spot, although a little less spin to it. So Pipsky was able to get to it quicker. We'll get a courtesy runner once again. It looks like it'll be Peruna, just as it was in the 3rd inning. As that will bring up Steph DiGeronimo, the shortstop, for his 3rd at-bat of the day. He had a single in the 1st and then a ground out in the 3rd. So Peruna leads off of first. As Liston takes a look back at first and deals from the stretch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner of the zone for a strike. Still a 4-1 lead for the Hustlin Warriors here in the bottom of the 4th inning in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. The winner will play the winner of our second game today between 5th seed Bridgewater Raritan and top seed Immaculata. Here's the second pitch, I should say, is that one swung on and fouled out of play into the seats, and then I'll make it no 2 count. So Liston ahead now 0-2 with 2 gone here, and Peruna leading off of first. So chance to get out of the inning for Liston. Fairly quick this time as well. He's gotten to these 2 outs pretty quickly.
Is it Tarantella?
I don't remember. Runner goes. This one chopped to Grob at second base. Throw over to first is in time. And that will end the 4th inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no walks, no errors, and a hit and a man left on. Through 4 innings, Watchung Hills takes a 4-1 lead. We head to the 5th in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals here on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on CJSportsRadio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen. They're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Alec Crouthamel, Mike Pavlichko back here on Central Jersey Sports Radio for the Somerset County Tournament Semifinals. Watchung Hills takes a 4-1 lead into the fifth inning, and for a play-by-play of that fifth inning, I pass it back over to my broadcast partner and the man seated to my left, Mike Pavlichko.
See, I like when you're on because I can already write, the innings and explain how everything happened while it's still fresh in my memory. Anyway. All right, well, as we head to the top half of the fifth for Ridge, it'll be Toby Nicholson, Matt Pipsky, Kieran Callanan, 8, 9, and 1 in the order. 9 strikeouts for Robbie Centamore, who is really cruising right now. Other than a little trouble there in the second, and he wasn't helped out by an error, although it was an earned run. Colin Nukin came in to score, the courtesy runner for Casey Kaserka. On that bloop single by Romer, he was able to get 2 more strikeouts after that to end it, his 4th and 5th of the game. And at about 72 pitches, he's on a decent pace. We'll see if he's able to finish it out. Current pace, figuring he at least gets through 6 here. But if he gets a quick inning, we'll see what happens. So that might change the approach, too, of Ridge at the plate. Do you try and make him work a little bit and get him out of the game knowing he's got 72?
I mean, I think that would be a pretty solid strategy. I mean, it's kind of, you see that all over. I mean, talking to Max Newell, the head coach of Bridgewater, and a lot of their at-bats was to, they were facing a really good pitcher in Lee Perry as a Rutgers prep. They were trying to get that pitch count up and try to get to the bullpen. And once you get to the bullpen, a lot of things can happen.
Hard, though, when you're down 4-3. First pitch to Nicholson is a strike, 0-1. Ridge with a run in the top of the second. Hills with 4 in the bottom of the third. Next pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Toss over to first by DiGeronimo easily to Max Payne for the first out of the inning. Score at 6-3, and it will bring up Matt Pipsky, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Fifth inning of work for Rob Centamore. 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch. That one swung on and popped up into left. Brody Griffith on the run. Makes a shoestring catch in front of him. A web gem out in left for Brody Griffith. 3 pitches, 2 down, and that'll help Robbie Centamore possibly get through to the 7th. And now it brings up the shortstop, Kieran Callanan, the Ridge leadoff hitter.
Yeah, it was not only a great catch, the glove basically an inch off the ground for Griffith. That was a great read off the bat as well. It wasn't very hard hit. It was kind of tailing downwards, and he was able to get right after that in a hurry. DiGeronimo was shading back just in case, and nice job.
Callanan 0 for 2, and the first pitch a strike, 0-1. So he's got 2 strikeouts to Callanan. Lucas Grobe on deck. And here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul ball off the, I think, the left knee of the catcher, Jacob Jakonski, but he seems to be okay. No balls and 2 strikes. It certainly went back to one of them and then bounced off to the right.
Yeah, Jakonski gave the thumbs up that he's all right.
Home plate umpire walked another ball out to Robbie Centamore and had a few words with him, not sure about what.
I think he was just trying to give Jakonski time after. I think it might have gone off his chest plate, actually.
Okay.
I think he was just trying to give Jakonski a few seconds to regain his bearings.
Instead of hovering around the plate while he's trying to recover. So no balls and 2 strikes on Callanan. Nobody on and 2 out. Potential to be the quickest inning for Centamore. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. It'll stay no balls and 2 strikes. The ball retrieved by Grobe, the second baseman, who's on deck, comes out of the on-deck circle. swinging 2 bats and 1 with a weight. That's the way you do it. 0-2. Centamore looking into the righty. The pitch swung on and popped up into shallow right field. Pavlichko going back, but coming in from right field is Dieleman, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So just a 7-pitch inning for Robbie Centamore. He's at 79, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left. We played 4.5. Watchung Hills 4, Ridge 1 on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Warren Bennett, president of the NJSFU State Federation of Umpires, the Mickey Sedlak chapter. Our goal is to develop and improve our members' knowledge, skills, professionalism, and confidence. We cover high school baseball and softball in the GMC and other surrounding counties. We also cover various rec, local youth leagues, USA softball, travel leagues, and men's leagues, including assigning and working the Last Dance tournament. We have college, high school, little league umpires on staff, and we are also proud to give back by umpiring events like the Autism Awareness Challenge, Little League Buddy Ball, and the Wounded Warrior Charity Foundation. To find out more or to become an umpire, visit njsfu.org. That's njsfu.org.
Well, we've now officially got a heat advisory in effect for this part of the state until 8 o'clock tonight. Right now we're at 95, and AccuWeather's real feel is 108. I'm going to be honest with you, it's warm out there, but it doesn't really feel as brutal as that. There's a good breeze today. It's a cool breeze. It's not very humid. Or it doesn't feel very humid to me anyway.
That might be why.
And you know me. I like it cool. I like the office at, 70 degrees, 68 maybe. For Watchung Hills, 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Ridge, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. And 3 left on base for the Red Devils, 4 for the Hustlin Warriors. They finished second in the Skyland Conference Delaware Division to Immaculata, split with the Spartans. Lost twice to Ridge, though, the team behind them. And Ridge 14-8 in third at 4-5 in the division.
The pitcher, number 8, Robbie Centamore.
Immaculata and Watchung Hills combined to win 16 games in the division, and everybody besides those two under 500 in the division. Ridge 4-5, Hunterdon Central 4-6, Hillsborough 3-6, and Bridgewater 2-8. But it's a tough division, no doubt. Bridgewater got the 5 seed, and they'll play Immaculata in the second game. First pitch to Lucas Grobe is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Or excuse me, to Robbie Centamore as we start out the next inning. See, we had such a long moment there from the commercial break. Forgot where we were at. It's foul to the backstop, strike 2 on Centamore. As Liston back out, we got a Liston back out there for the Red Devils. On the mound in his 5th inning of work now. 4 runs all earned. A walk, a hit batter, and 2 strikeouts. The 0-2 is swung on and fouled off down the right field line, and he'll do it again at 0-2. So it's 3, 4, and 5 this inning for Watchung Hills. Centamore, Payne, and Pudlack. Centamore with 2 hits, a single and an infield hit, and a run scored. And a great job on the mound so far. The 0-2, check swing. They appeal to first. Did he go? Yes, say he did. Strike 3. So Centamore down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Lucas Liston. 1 out, nobody on for Max Payne, the first baseman, who grounded into a double play and grounded into a 4-3 in the 3rd, but he has an RBI. Drove in the 3rd run of the game. Drove in Jacob Jakonski, who had the triple to drive in 2 and put Watchung Hills up 2-0. Payne, left-handed hitter, wide open stance. Twirls the bat, and the first pitch breaking ball misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the wind blowing across the diamond from right to left. Here's a 1-0 pitch on the way to the backstop, 2-0. Oh, it hit him.
Yeah, it looked like it might have just kind of grazed his side. That's why it went to the backstop.
Maybe with his jersey flapping in the wind, it got a piece. That counts, right?
Hey, I mean, if the umpire says so.
Doesn't have to hit flesh. I mean, if it hits the brim of the helmet. Tom Blackwell out to talk to the home plate umpire. Not sure what.
Maybe he's trying to argue, did it actually hit him?
I didn't think it did initially. I mean, there's not much you can say to the home plate umpire unless he wants to have another umpire weigh in, and we do have the 4 base umpires here in this one. I mean, sometimes it's one thing if you're arguing a rule or whatever, but if the umpire says, hey, it hit him, conversation can't be too long, right? I mean,
yeah.
It either did or it didn't, or whatever the umpire sees. And again, listen, we're 200 feet away, so what we see, not so sure. Maybe you saw it on YouTube. We don't have all the different camera angles, but anyway, 2-0, or the 2-0 pitch, Payne gets hit, so he's on first, 1 out. Landon Pudlak will come to the plate. 0 for 2, ground out to second in the second, and reached on an error in the third. He was stranded there along with Brody Griffith when Liston got Lucas Ricci to fly out to center and end that 4-run Hills inning. First pitch to Pudlak, outside and low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Winner goes on to Wednesday's 6 p.m. final here. We'll have it for you on Central Jersey Sports Radio and our YouTube site. 1-0. Breaking ball again, misses away. Dropped by the catcher Kaserka, but kept in front of him, and holding on first is Max Payne.
Yeah, both these pitchers really trying to place that breaking ball in a spot where they'll catch that outside corner of the zone. These batters aren't really biting at it as much, but they're trying to get that right corner of the zone. But they haven't. Centamore has gotten better at it as the game's gone on. Liston's still kind of looking for that.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch swung on and fouled to the netting. 2-1 now. Payne on first has 5 stolen bases on the year. The on-deck hitter, Brody Griffith, comes all the way to the first base side behind home plate to get that loose foul ball. And ready to get back underway. It'll be a 2-1 to Pudlak with Payne on first. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Big cut at a changeup, and it's 2-2 now on Pudlak.
And it looked like he was kind of late on that one as well. Still trying to decide where he thought that ball was going and if he should take it. And that was a nice job kind of manipulating the location and the speed by Liston, putting it in the right spot and kind of getting a late swing.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pudlak down on strike. Second strikeout of the inning, 4th in the game for Lucas Liston, who was settled down after a rocky 3rd inning. That wasn't just him. Also in the field, there was only 1 error, but Pipsky did slip on that short fly ball to left and then got by him down the line and really took off on the grass. It hasn't really rained much, so the grass may play a little faster. Griffith now to the plate. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He takes a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes, and grounded to first in the second. So he's 0 for 1, but has been on base once. Payne still on first. Again, 5 stolen bases for Payne, but he's not going anywhere right now. 1-0 on Griffith. 2 out in the inning. The pitch. Breaking ball away. 2 balls, no strikes. Okay. I will. Because I'm happy.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day for some baseball. How
I'm
can you not be?
I'm off for my real job, and I'm here. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sliced foul out of play, first base side, into the stands. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Again, that one went to the press area.
I don't know if it reached quite. I think it ended up
close. It was about a row or 2 ahead.
Yeah.
One of them, I'm telling you, one of them is going to come up here.
You
at
think
some
so,
point.
huh? 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up in the infield. Coming in, Romer, the third baseman in foul territory on the grass. Back to the base path, and he makes the catch. That'll be a foul pop-up, but an out nonetheless, and that ends the inning. So in the bottom of the 5th for Watchung Hills, no runs, no hits, 1 hit batter, the second in the game by Lucas Liston. But he gets the next 2 outs with a strikeout and a pop-up, 2 Ks in the inning, and nothing across. No errors, 1 left on base. Watchung Hills has left 5, Ridge 3, but Warriors lead it by a score of 4-1 through 5. We head to the 6th in the Somerset County Tournament Semifinal, number 1 next on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're looking for branded merchandise, look no further than Jan Promotions. For over 40 years, they've been serving all of New Jersey with thousands of items to suit your needs and your budget. They've got everything from tech items like flash drives to bags, mugs, glasses, and sports bottles. From a 50-cent keychain to a glistening $500 custom award, make Jan Promotions your only source for all your ad specialty needs. They can help your small business or big corporation. Free setup and shipping on a wide range of products. Visit janpromotions.com or call 201-641-2803. That's 201-641-2803 or online at janpromotions.com.
Mike Pavlichko, Alec Crouthamel back at TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. 4-1. Watchung Hills leads Ridge. The Hustlin Warriors 4 runs and 6 hits. 1 error. Ridge 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. Watchung Hills left 5. Ridge has left 3. Robbie Centamore cruising along, coming back out for the 6th inning of work here. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the order. 5 innings, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And for the play-by-play here, as we go to the top of the 6th, Alec Crouthamel.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Centamore, it's been that elevated fastball and that low and away breaking ball. It's kind of where you want to tunnel your pitches. That's led to the most effectiveness for him. He's really been good when those 2 locations are on point. So due up for Ridge will be 2-3-4. Lucas Grubb, the second baseman, Jake Dolan, the center fielder, and Casey Kaserka, the catcher. For the Red Devils, we're down by 3 runs here going into the 6th, and it's not panic time yet. I mean, we just saw on Saturday a 3-run deficit can easily be kind of brought back and brought even, as Middlesex did so against Old Bridge in the GMC semifinals, though they did end up losing that game in 8 innings. But they were able to plate 3 runs in the 7th, so not panic time yet, but with the heart of the order up, these are the guys that want to kickstart it. So Grubb steps in to the batter's box. Centamore fires a fastball, letter high, taken for a ball. I said this before, Grubb has really been busy at second base, and he's been good at second base. There have been a lot of balls that have come to him, and he's done a great job of making the plays as that fastball right down the middle is taken for a strike. And a 1-1 count. And it's not just he's gotten some routine grounders his way. It puts some nasty spin on the ball, some short hops, as that one is spiked into the dirt on a slider. Makes it a 2-1 count. He has come through in a high degree of difficulty today. At the plate, he's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first and popped out to Max Payne, which, speaking of impressive fielding plays, Payne had to go into foul territory, make a sliding grab at the wall to bring in that one, as another slider is low and away, makes it a 3-1 count. You had a good angle of that as well, or at least a viewing angle. That was high degree of difficulty.
Yeah, it was tough for me to see that one.
Here's the 3-1, popped same spot down the first base line, except this one will go out of play, so no chance for Payne to make a play.
I was closer to it. I was closer to it than you, but I did not have a good angle because I was right down near the dugout.
Yeah. And
so I was obscured by the dugout. I just heard the fans cheer when they realized he got up with a ball.
I saw him go down, and that was kind of it. Here's the payoff pitch, change up in the dirt, taken by Grubb, and he is on with a leadoff walk on a full count. And, hey, I think Middlesex coach Blaze Ionnetti said it best. Leadoff walks can lead to runs.
Oh, no doubt.
So with a leadoff walk here and a 3-run deficit, Jake Dolan now up the center fielder for the Red Devils. They got a chance here to cut into this deficit with the heart of the order due up. So Dolan settles into the righty batter's box. Grubb takes a lead, a small one off first base, as he swings and misses at a first pitch slider down and away, makes it a 0-1 count.
You know, hard to say a 9-3 loss, a tough luck loss for Middlesex on Saturday, but it kind of was. That last inning just, all over the map. Lucas Blanco gets hurt out in left field, crashing into the wall. He'll be okay. I talked to Mike O'Donnell after the game. He said, I just think he was shaken up.
Yeah.
That's 5 more minutes, he'd have stayed in the game.
That's a wooden wall, too. Here is the pitch. Fastball catches the top of the zone. Makes it 0-2 count after a check on over to first at Grubb.
Used to be here too, but, now it's padded.
Yeah. So 0-2 count for Dolan with nobody out and a runner on first. Here is the pitch. High fastball. Dolan had to duck out of the way of that one. Makes it a 1-2 count. 79 pitches for Centamore heading into this inning. So now he's at, this will be 89, I believe, according to my math. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball. Got a wave at that one. And a strikeout to make it 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning.
And it is number 10 and just the second double-digit strikeout game in Robbie Centamore's 4-year varsity career pitching for Watchung Hills. His career high 12 also came this year, April 7th at Bridgewater, Raritan. It was a 9-1 win.
So now that will bring up Casey Kaserka, the catcher. Takes the first pitch slider on the outside corner for a strike. He has walked both times he's been up. And his courtesy runner, Colin Newcomb, came around to score the Red Devils' only run back in the 2nd inning. And he ended up being stranded at first after a walk to lead off the 4th. That one swung on, well hit out towards left center on his horse, Griffith. Going back to the track, it bounces off the wall, it is down. Leaping grab by Griffith on a bounce. They're sending home the runner Grobe. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI double for Casey Kaserka. And all of a sudden it's 4-2.
And that ball was bobbled as well by the shortstop, Steph DiGeronimo, as he tried to transfer it to his glove. Maybe would have had a shot at home plate had he not. But I'll tell you, Grobe was really cranking around the base paths.
He comes all the way around from first to score. And it looks like we'll get a bit of a change here as Tom Blackwell has his lineup card out talking to the home plate umpire.
We're going to get, I believe, a pinch runner for Dolan over on second base. It's going to be Aiden Masia. Masia? Hope so. If not, I'm sure Mom will or Dad will email us, let us know. Masia.
The safe assumption is Masia.
Masia? Okay. That's what we're going to go with.
He will come in for Kaserka. It's a run. They do have a courtesy runner in Colin Newcomb.
Oh, maybe he's the courtesy runner then. Different one.
Yeah. I mean, they do have, but then they have a DH, not a pitcher. So I guess they think that Masia provides some better speed for what they want to do here. Either way, that'll bring up the first baseman, Sawyer Paul, who takes a fastball outside for a ball. Paul is the tying run at the plate in a 4-2 ball game here in the top of the 6th with one already in this inning. Masia takes a lead off second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low and away, just misses his spot, makes it a 2-0 count. Paul is 0 for 2 today, but did reach on an error in the 2nd inning, although was never able to get past first base. Also flew out to Brody Griffith in left field. That one back in the 4th. So Centamore takes a look back towards second and deals from the stretch. That fastball catches the zone for a strike. Ball was actually dropped by Jakonski behind the plate, but right in front of him, so no chance to run for Masia. So 2-1 count. Paul in the batter's box swings on a fastball. That one right back up the middle. Diving play by DiGeronimo. Throw to first is in time. He beat out Paul to the spot. Paul had to get up and throw that one in a hurry. He did just that, and that is a major second out in the top of the 6th. Also keeps Masia at third. He advanced on the throw, but wasn't able to get past. If that one got through, he might have come around to score, but instead just a runner on third base with 2 outs, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Aiden Kerrigan.
Well, we've seen some miscues. We've seen some great defensive plays as well in this game, especially in the field for Watchung Hills.
So Kerrigan now with 2 outs and a runner on third. Here's the pitch from Centamore. That breaking ball catches the outside corner of the zone, makes it 0-1 count. He has struck out twice against Centamore today, one looking in the 2nd and one swinging in the 4th. Centamore looks back at third and deals. That one, a breaking ball and a half-hearted swing by Kerrigan, but he went around anyways, and that makes it a 2-strike count. And Centamore 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning with only the 1 run in, as Masia takes a lead off of third base. Applause coming from the Watchung Hills side. Breaking ball, did he go? Yes, he did! 11 strikeouts for Robbie Centamore through 6 innings, and that one might have been his biggest one yet to retire the side and only get 1 run in for the Ridge Red Devils. So they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 walk, 1 man left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th The Hustlin Warriors lead 4-2 in the Somerset County Semifinals. We'll be back after this on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
Are you looking for a sports award for your team or one of your players? Forget about trophies and go to Ball Stars. Custom sports balls for football, basketball, and more. And they're on Oprah's favorite customized gift list. Printed right here in the USA to catch all your memories. They're a perfect personalized gift for a coach, team, or a player, and they're the official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. They do all our postseason awards for basketball, baseball, and football. And the Bellamy & Son Paving Players of the Week. Everyone is wowed when they see them. And they're also great as wedding gifts, table centerpieces, or party favors. Ball Stars creates a custom proof with your art, logo, or text. You approve and it's shipped in 2 business days or less from Kansas. Ball Stars, official award supplier of Central Jersey Sports Radio. Go to cjsportsradio.com, click the ad, and get your very own custom sports award from Ball Stars.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen. They're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, there are multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Alec Crouthamel, Mike Pavlichko back with you here on Central Jersey Sports Radio. Watchung Hills, the second seed in the Somerset County Tournament, takes a 4-2 lead in the semifinals over the third-seeded Ridge. We have a pitching change for the Red Devils. Lucas Liston's afternoon is done after 5 innings. Coming in next is Dimitri Romer, who moves over from third. And moving over to third in his place is Matt Breivogel.
And it looks like Colin Newcomb is out in left field, and possibly
that would explain the different runner.
I wonder if Pipsky got hurt in left field. Well, I guess he batted in the last inning, so I guess not. But Newcomb now in left field, which doesn't seem related to the switch of bringing in Romer from third to pitch.
Oh, that would also explain why Massia came in to run instead of Newcomb, who had been a courtesy runner for Casey Kaserka. But either way, it looks like that's all the fielding changes. So, again, Dimitri Romer will enter on the mound. Romer this season has thrown 26 2/3 innings, 3.68 ERA, 42 strikeouts to lead the team, and 17 walks, and a 3-2 record. So, Lucas Liston allows 4 runs in 5 hits in his 5 innings of work. And now Romer will face off against the bottom of the Watchung Hills order. So Lucas Ricci, the designated hitter, will lead off. Brady Simon, the third baseman, on deck. And after that will be James Esposito, the center fielder. So Romer in the game, fires the first pitch. Fastball just misses outside, taken for a ball.
And Pipsky did indeed hit in that 5th inning. I didn't miss, say, Newcomb coming in to pinch hit there. So.
As that one is fouled, tapped back towards the Watchung Hills dugout, and a 1-1 count for Ricci, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Ended both the second and third innings, struck out swinging, and flew out to center field in the second and third. So Romer, the 1-1, throws a breaking ball over the head of Ricci, has to duck out of the way. That one makes it a 2-1 count.
Inadvertent headhunter. Thanks to Game Changer to follow along to figure that one out.
So 2-1 count for Ricci. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And makes it a 2-strike count now for the first batter that Romer faces. And again, like we were talking about earlier in the game, there's a lot of different guys that Ridge can go to for pitching. So here's the 2-2. Another high fastball. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. First batter he faces, Romer strikes him out. So still a 4-2 game. This game is very much in reach for the Red Devils. 4-2 ball game as they'll head into the bottom of the 7th as long as they can get out of this inning clean. So Brady Simo, the third baseman, will step in. He reached on a walk to lead off the bottom of the 3rd and then came around to score the Hustlin Warriors' first run of the game. He will face off against Romer for the first time today. From the windup, fastball down the middle for a strike. Again, Simon, one of those guys at the bottom of the order, you know, when you talk to Joe Tremarco, he really emphasizes that 1 through 9, they take a lot of good at-bats. And this one is popped high in the air out towards center field, giving chase his Dolan, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
So the book closed on Liston. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Also hit 2 batters. So he can not win this game, but he can take the loss. He's the pitcher of record right now for the Ridge Red Devils.
So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, James Esposito to the center fielder due up. So he swings on the first pitch. High fly ball out towards right field. Under it is Nicholson, and he makes the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for Dimitri Romer out of the bullpen. No hits, no runs, no walks, no men left on. We head to the 7th inning. Last licks here for Ridge. It will be 7-8-9 due up. You'll hear that coming up next here on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right, residential or commercial. They do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school baseball top 10 rankings. Look for it every week on CJSportsRadio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
At the Sportsplex at Metuchen, they're your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, their multi-sport summer camps run throughout the summer. Register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp, offering early drop-off and aftercare. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
Back here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, top of the 7th inning in the first leg of our Somerset County semifinal doubleheader. Watchung Hills with a 4-2 lead, trying to close it down here with Robbie Centamore still on the mound, and for play-by-play, hand it back to Mike Pavlichko.
Well, Alec, you got him at about 98 pitches unofficially. We'll see where he is, how much longer he can go, but so far, very solid outing for Rob Centamore. He's throwing a 2-hitter here. Gave up a hit in the second to Dimitri Romer. That was a bloop into right center that brought in a run, and then an RBI double in the 6th. So imagine that, only 2 hits and both drive-in runs. But he has a 4-2 lead here, and last chance for Ridge in the top half of the 7th inning. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. He's 1 shy of a career high, which came on April 7th at Bridgewater Raritan, a 9-1 win. And that's the only other double-figure strikeout game in Robbie Centamore's 4-year varsity career pitching for Watchung Hills.
And there is some activity in the Hustlin Warriors bullpen in case he reaches that pitch limit. Looks like it's Lucas Sheehan, a sophomore, out there warming up on the mound out in the bullpen.
So how quickly can he get through this order if he gets out and gets the win? Watchung Hills looking for their first trip to the finals in quite some time. Last trip, 2016. They went 2015 and 16, lost both. Here's the first pitch on the way. Dimitri Romer, who's now pitching for Ridge, and he takes a strike. 0-1. Romer with that RBI single to drive in the first run in the top half of the second. He's 1 for 2. Swung on and popped up, foul right side, and that's going to leave Max Payne out of real estate. 0-2 now on Romer. 7, 8, and 9 for Ridge in the order here in the top half of the 7th. And now we've got a stoppage for a moment. Home plate umpire pointed out to second base, but is now back behind the catcher. 0-2 on Romer, and the righty Centamore deals the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's strikeout number 12, and a dozen ties his career high from April 7th of this year at Bridgewater, and he's still in the ball game. So that would put him at 101, a 3-pitch strikeout.
The right fielder, number 4, Toby Nicholson.
The limit is 110, but you can start a batter if you've thrown 109, and you can finish. Toby Nicholson stands in. First pitch up high for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits. Ridge 2 runs, 2 hits. And the pitch back, a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Nicholson. An error apiece. Watchung Hills has left 5 on base. Ridge has left 4. It's been that kind of tight ball game. 1-1 pitch to Nicholson now. Swing and a miss at a fastball. And Centamore ahead 1-2. And he is, despite the 6th inning, giving up that leadoff walk, he got a strikeout, then a double. He's really been cruising along at a good pace in this game. The 1-2 swung on and popped up right side. Fair territory. Dielman coming in, makes the catch out in right field. And that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Ridge down to their final out. Centamore up to 105 pitches unofficially. So if he can get through this batter, it'll be a complete game, or get through him, and if he gets on base in less than 5 pitches. If we're exact on that. Alec is pretty good at that.
I like to think so.
Me going out to take pictures, not so much. Now coming up to the plate is Colin Newcomb, who is the new left fielder. He was out there last inning for Ridge. In for Matt Pipsky. Fouls the first pitch off for a strike. You can't foul the pitch off for a ball. That's impossible. 0-1. Centamore, the righty, deals. Nobody on and 2 outs, and he misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that would unofficially be 107. Centamore deals. Down the middle for a called strike 2. It's 1-2, and Ridge down to its final strike. So the Red Devils, who've been to the last 5 Somerset County Tournament Championship games, winning 1, in danger of seeing their streak come to an end. 1-2 on Colin Newcomb. The pitch from Centamore, strung on and missed, strike 3. That ends the game. A new career high of a baker's dozen, 13 strikeouts for Rob Centamore. And Watchung Hills, the 2nd seed, advances to the championship game for the first time since 2016. And they'll get a chance to win their first title since 2009. They'll face either the top seed Immaculata or the 5th seed Bridgewater Raritan on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock here at TD Bank Park. 4-2 the final. Watchung Hills. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up after this. Then Game 2 coming up at 4, and pregame about 3:40 on Central Jersey Sports Radio. 4-2 Watchung Hills over Ridge. Stick around. More to come on Central Jersey Sports Radio.
The Sportsplex at Metuchen is your local indoor sports facility, catering to all ages for an immersive sporting experience. Whether it's leagues and classes or birthday parties and camps, register your child now at sportsplexatmetuchen.com for a safe and fun-filled sports camp offering early drop-off and aftercare. Camps run throughout the summer. There's also open gym on the courts and turf. Just check their Instagram page for dates and times. Visit sportsplexatmetuchen.com or call 732-494-3000 for the Sportsplex at Metuchen.
When you have a paving job, large or small, call Bellamy & Son Paving for a job done right. Residential or commercial, they do driveways, parking lots, plus excavation, prep work, and stone paving. Bellamy & Son will provide you with a free estimate, and they're fully insured. Call them at 732-968-5999. That's 732-968-5999. Or visit BellamyandSonPaving.net. Bellamy & Son Paving, sponsor of the high school basketball top 10 rankings. Look for them every week on CJSportsRadio.com. Bellamy & Son Paving, a founding sponsor of Central Jersey Sports Radio.
If you're looking for branded merchandise, look no further than Jan Promotions. For over 40 years, they've been serving all of New Jersey with thousands of items to suit your needs and your budget. They've got everything from tech items like flash drives to bags, mugs, glasses, and sports bottles. From a 50-cent keychain to a glistening $500 custom award, make Jan Promotions your only source for all your ad specialty needs. They can help your small business or big corporation. Free setup and shipping on a wide range of products. Visit janpromotions.com or call 201-641-2803. That's 201-641-2803. Or online at janpromotions.com.
Back at TD Bank Ballpark, wrapping it up after Somerset County Tournament Semifinal number 1. Watchung Hills, the 2nd seed over the 3rd seed Ridge, 4-2. The win snaps Ridge's 5-season streak, 5-tournament streak of reaching the finals. They were looking for a 6th straight bid. Watchung Hills will be back in for the first time since 2016 and looking to win it for the first time since 2009. championship game coming up on Wednesday at 6 p.m. here at TD Bank Park. We'll have that one for you on cjsportsradio.com to listen, on our YouTube channel to watch. And they'll face either top seed Immaculata or 5th seed Bridgewater Raritan. Those teams starting to get out on the field for warm-ups, and first pitch scheduled for exactly 59 minutes from now at 4 o'clock. So Watchung Hills wins it 4-2. They get all 4 runs in the third inning. Batting around in that inning, Ridge took a 1-0 lead in the second. Got a run back in the sixth, cut it to 4-2. But Robbie Centamore, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs, both earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, but 13 strikeouts. A new career high for the 4th-year varsity pitcher for Watchung Hills. And he gets the win. The loss goes to Lucas Liston, who pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 2 hit batters, and 4 strikeouts. He was much better control-wise than he has been most of the season, but a tough 4th inning there was an error in the inning. All the runs were earned. There was Pipsky slipping in left field, ball getting by on that triple, drives in, a run. So a little bit of a tough go for Ridge there, but it'll be Watchung Hills in the championship. Watchung Hills, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. Ridge, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on base. All right, coming up next in about an hour, semifinal number 2, top seed and defending champion Immaculata, 5th seed Bridgewater Raritan. Pre-game for that coming up at 3:40. So we'll take a break, we'll end our stream, and we'll get back on with a stream about 3:30 and the pre-game about 3:40 for the 4 o'clock game. Thanks to all our sponsors, Bellamy & Son Paving, Jan Promotions, Ball Stars, and Sportsplex at Metuchen. For Alex Crouthamel, Mike Pavlichko saying so long for now from TD Bank Park in Bridgewater. Back in a bit for Game 2. Watchung Hills over Ridge, 4-2. We'll see you in a bit on Central Jersey Sports Radio and on YouTube on our Central Jersey Sports Radio page.
You've been listening to high school baseball on Central Jersey Sports Radio. For all the latest news, interviews, game broadcasts, and more, visit our website, cjsportsradio.com, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for listening. This has been a presentation of Central Jersey Sports Radio.